And down goes Geno Smith. It happened, not on the practice field today, but the Jets starting quarterback won't be the starter. He's out 6 to 10 weeks. Why? He's got a broken jaw. Who gave it to him? A former teammate. He got cut after he did it. A fellow by the name of I.K. Enampali. I.K.? You sure we're not talking about Louis C.K.? Remember when Bradley Cooper took the phone to him in the Great American? Okay. Anyway, it happened in the locker room. Evidently, allegedly, our Bayside Queens insider Steve Weissman says it was over money. That Geno, making about $1.50, owed this Enampali about $1,000. Don't know if it's true, but so what happened? Geno put a finger in, he put a finger in Enampali's grill. He took exception, and then he sucker punched the Jets starting quarterback. Cole cocked him. He said cocked. 6 to 10 weeks. New coach Todd Bowles, he handed the keys to Geno. Geno's Pizza, Geno's Italian Ices. He's got another quarterback he's got to go to now, and that starter will be, at least for the time being, a fellow by the name of Ryan Fitzrichards. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's Ryan Fitzroberts. No, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Okay. Jets reportedly have put out feelers to a couple of unwily old veterans. These guys are just brew and towel. Rex Grossman and Tyler Thigpen. I mean, these guys, they're going to probably need over a dozen cans of Pledge to wipe the dust off these guys, huh? Is that all they can do? Wow. Speaking of the NFL, that exhibition game Sunday night between Pittsburgh and Minnesota, it was the first exhibition game, Hall of Fame game, in a game which meant absolutely squat. Way less than Zippo. Duty, whale duty, that low, you know that, okay? Would you believe that this game outdrew some major sporting events like the Indy 500? Oh, come on now. Indy 500, the EBS test pattern, that outdraws an Indy 500 TV thing. I mean, nobody watches open wheel, so that doesn't count. But how about that NFL exhibition game outdrawing the final game of the Stanley Cup? So much for the Blackhawks and the NHL. Would you believe that? This game meant so little, it meant nothing that the Steelers trotted out Terry Bradshaw. Okay, Terry Hanratty. Vikings countered with Fran Tarkenton, with Joe Kapp. Warren Moon, a Hall of Famer. Just a fit Canton. Okay, yeah, you get the idea, okay? That game also outdrew the NBA Conference Final games, Game 1 last year. Would you believe it? That NFL exhibition game also outdrew MLB Championship Series Game 1 for each league last year. Why are we compelled to watch the NFL? Why do we love it? What's the addiction? What is the attraction? Well, it's a great sport. Everybody loves the NFL. That's nothing new. You know what I think it is? JMO stands for very little. The NFL has been, continues, and probably will be the #1 wagering vehicle in the entire world. There is nothing better. It's so easy. Everybody thinks they know about the NFL when it comes to making a bet. Come on, you know that. I got a question for you. You know anybody? Ask anybody. Even little kids. They get away with it. You know anybody who's never put any type of dime on an NFL game? I'm sure they have. It's just the way it is. And that's why these exhibition games are not going away, because they make entirely too much dough. Just the way the NFL loves it to be. Okay, baseball. You got some guys who are en fuego. The 20-year-old rookie shortstop for Houston. He's played all of 54 games. Carlos Correa. Just 20. He's played his 54 games. 14 homers and 37 RBI for the overall #1 pick in the draft of 2012. Hitting about 290. When you think about 20-year-old shortstops, you might want to go back to 1996. A guy by the name of A-Rod, huh? You might know him. At 20, the #1 overall pick in 93, A-Rod, 36 homers, 123 RBIs, batted .358, 54 doubles. I think he was even too young enough to be taking the juice back then. What do you think? Oh my! All right, 35-year-old Nelson Cruz, 20-game hitting streak, 9 homers in 16 games. Cargo, Carlos Gonzalez of Colorado, 16 homers in his last 30, batting .372 in that clip. And the catcher from Arizona, a fellow by the name of Wellington Castillo. I think that Wellington is well done. He's got 8 home runs in 15. How about in pitching? Pittsburgh's Garrett Cole, 14 wins. And in the American League, it's what do we do now, Mr. Felix? Poindexter. King Felix Hernandez, 14 wins. Felix the cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. He reached into his bag of tricks and pulled out a bunch of pricks. It's the only thing I can think of that would rhyme. Oh, by the way, Kershaw, he's got 200 strikeouts. ERA leader, naturally, Justin Verlander. All right, CC Sabathia. No, not him either. Zach Greinke, 1.71. Finally, the last major of the year, the PGA Championship. Round 1 Thursday from Kohler, Wisconsin, at the Whistling Straits course. The big story, Rory McIlroy, defending champ, #1 player in the world. He's coming back. You remember on the 4th of July weekend, mangled up an ankle ligament, tore it up playing soccer, self-induced, unforced error. He's back, says he's ready to defend the title. Jordan Spieth, looking for that 3rd major of the year. He'll be there. All the great players will be there, including T. Woods. What do you got, about 120 players in this field? T. Woods right now is 50-1. The odds probably should be closer to about 120-1 because he hasn't made 2 cuts this year, which means he hasn't beaten anybody. And I'm not going to tell you he's going to win this week. Heck no. I'd be crazy to do that. Why would I want... Stranger things have happened. Hey, that's it. We'll see you right back here next time on The Walk.